back to another draft of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Sweet first pick here. We have two great options. One being this mythic green dragon. This thing has got a lot of abilities and death trigger, and it's just great. It's like a big flying 4/4. It's hard to go wrong with that, and I do love green a lot in this format. Twin Shot Sniper is also an excellent card, one of the better uncommons. But yeah, there's just not much that I would pick over one of these big mythic dragons, so let's just take that. Okay, so pick number 2, we've got a few different options here. So I do like Azusa's Mini Journeys. This is a essentially a 2-mana 3/3 that takes a couple turns to get there. Playing additional land and then gaining 3 life aren't super relevant, but they're helpful. Gloom Shrieker I really like a lot, although this is going to be a bit committal. I'm dipping into black here. But being basically an Eternal Witness, it also has the card type enchantment, is very relevant in this format. There's just a lot of ways to recur it and blink it and all kinds of nonsense. Then there's also a couple of decent commons here with the Intercessor's Arrest and the Moonsnare Specialist. But I don't think either of them are quite as good as the 2 uncommons I just mentioned. So I think I'm going to go with the Gloom Shrieker. Again, it's a little bit more committal, but I think that the power level is just so much higher than the Azusa's Mini Journeys that I'm willing to give it a shot. Oh, and another thing about this too, this is a format where you can really easily splash around a lot of colors, especially if you're playing green. So I've actually splashed this many times off of like a green-blue deck or a green-white deck. And speaking of which, it looks like our choice here, I'm not really a fan of this thing, even in the Ninjas deck. I just think it's 2-mana 3/1 with some minor abilities. It's not exactly where I want to be. So I'm looking for this Intercessor's Arrest, which is an okay removal spell that you can tutor up using your Shrine Stewards once you get them later. It's also an enchantment type, which helps a lot, or this Bamboo Grove Archer, which is just a solid curve filler in some kind of green deck. I'm happy taking the Arrest here, though, because I really would like to be in either, to pair with my big flying dragon thing. Green, white, and green, black are my favorite ways to play green. So I don't mind dipping into white a little bit. So what do we have here? This is a pretty weak pack in general. I think the Kunai is playable. I guess this is playable sometimes. Yeah, the pickings are pretty slim on this one. Mnemonic Sphere can be okay in like a more controlling artifact deck, but I don't really think that's how you want to play artifacts. I guess this thing is an okay curve filler. Maybe the Kunai is the pick, since it just keeps us more open. Yeah, I'll just take the curve filler. See where we go. Okay, so there's a rare here, but this rare is quite bad. I don't really think we're going to have a problem with Legend ruling our mythics and rares. But we do have some interesting commons here. I do like Moonsnare Specialist a lot, although it doesn't really look like we're going in a blue direction. The Bamboo Grove Archer is also a very reasonable green kind of 2-drop curve filler here, especially in the enchantments deck, which is kind of the direction we want to be going anyways. Although I do think that the Kami of Terrible Secrets is a step up in terms of power level. It does require a little bit of extra work, not just playing black, but also having artifacts in our deck. That being said, I think it's the pick here just because it's a little bit better than the Archer, but I think it's close. Okay, so next pick, it looks like we're seeing a few nice green cards here, and really nothing else. So, and I'm happy with that. Getting to play our first pick is nice. Commune with the Spirits is excellent filtering. It's a little bit awkward though that it only hits enchantments or lands, which means it doesn't hit our mythic. which means that its filtering isn't quite as useful. We also have a couple okay curve fillers here with a Coiling Stalker, which is an aggressive 2-drop, and then the Jukai Preserver. Both those are fine. Notably, this can also help us kind of fix our mana a little bit and find the right color, so I'm actually going to pick that, given that I'm a little bit confused as to where we're going. And it's also great, of course, in the enchantments deck if we end up with a lot of high-powered enchantments. It's not just, Arrest and Glue Shriekers that we can end up with. Speaking of the Green Enchantment deck, I do like Season of Renewal quite a bit. 3 mana, we can get back a creature and an enchantment. And there's so many creatures that are also enchantments that this is kind of just 3 mana, get 2 creatures back with a little bit of extra flexibility and instant speed. I think this card is just great. And the formats also can be a little bit grindy sometimes, and this thing just really helps close out the game in those cases, because there's a few different cards you can loop with, and of course you can always just get your best cards back and be fine and happy with that. Geothermal Kami is a solid pickup here. 4 mana, 4/3, potentially gain 3 life. Doesn't look that strong at first face value, but of course you can pick up sagas to replay them. You can pick up creatures that are under the arrest. There's all kinds of different fun things you can do with the Kami, and the gaining life is relevant to survive against the early aggressive decks. In this pack, nothing really much to see here. I really do think we want to be on some kind of slow, grindy green deck, and none of these cards really contribute to that all that well. I've actually never cast this card, but maybe that could make it. Both these black cards are quite bad. I suppose I'll just take a black card, and maybe that'll be a very, very unfortunate potential playable. Shrine Steward and Geothermal Kami are both fine cards here. Let's see, so I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Shrine Steward, although normally I think the Geothermal Kami is better on balance, because we already do have one Arrest here that we can tutor up with it. It's also an artifact for our Kami of Terrible Secrets, so it's got a couple little incidental synergies here that I'm quite happy with. Now we have a kind of a similar choice here between a second Shrine Steward and a Sunblade Samurai. I'm not too big of a fan of the second Shrine Steward because although we can kind of build around it and get more auras, it kind of gets worse in multiples because you can end up drawing the things that you're going to tutor. So I'm going to take this 5-drop enchantment creature, probably not play it, but it's probably better than nothing. Here's a Kunai coming back, which I think is just a reasonable playable, not particularly impressive. We'll take that, and we'll take that, and that. Okay, and that was pack 1. Into pack 2 here. So the best cards in the pack by far are a couple different red ones. We have the Goro, which is essentially just a 2-minute 2/2 that eventually suicides itself or something into the red zone to make a 5/5 flyer, which is great. Twin Shot Sniper, of course, I mentioned earlier, is kind of like a Flame Tongue Kavu in this format. But I can't really take any of those, I don't think. I really do feel like I want to be in some variant of Abzan here. And given that, I think Virus Beetle is the begrudging pick here. Master's Rebuke is also solid, although I found that card to be not quite as good as it looks, and Virus Beetle being a little bit better than it looks. And I think I'd like to start trying to make my stake into black. So I think that's just a reasonable pick here. A little bit awkward to first pick it, though. Of course, I don't think the card is quite first pick worthy, but here we are. So let me organize a little bit. I think this is kind of a package together. Okay. Besieger Reaches Skyward. Great card. Love this. 4 mana. Gets you 2 forests, and then eventually becomes a big 6/6 or greater creature. Perfectly happy with that. Notably, I think this card is great for making our 5 and 6 drops more playable. Including, if we do dip into white, maybe some Imperial Oaths could be really nice. Ooh, and this is a really interesting pick here. I think this is actually going to be one of the more consequential picks of this draft. We have three great options. We have Life of Teshuro Umezawa, which oftentimes can kill 2 creatures and then make it 2/3 for 2 mana, which is insane. It is in black, which is one of the colors that we're thinking about playing, but not necessarily. Generous Visitor is in the color that we're sure to play, and this card is also great. If you play it early, it just kind of throws counters around on all your things. Very powerful. And then, of course, the Arrest, which will give us a second Arrest tutor target for the Shrine Steward, making our Shrine Steward great. That being said, I think the Life of Teshuro Umezawa is significantly better than all the other options here, and I'm just going to take it, even though it's a little bit committal. Okay, so this pick's also a little bit sketchy here. So this Touch the Spirit Realm was also a little bit more committal than our Season of Renewal, and it's also significantly better. So a little bit uneasy about the 3-color direction that we're going, given that we currently don't have any dual lands. It does make me feel a little bit better about how I picked up the Commune with the Spirits, which can help us filter our lands a bit as long as we're base green. And so given that, I think I'm still okay taking lots of colors of stuff here. And we're going to more highly prioritize some of these dual lands. Not this one exactly, though, because of course this does not tap for any of our color, for the Abzan colors. It dips out into blue. But what do we take here? I am pretty unhappy playing this card. I tend to like the enchantment that channels to make a 1/1 better. Geothermal Commies just seems fine, and I really don't see anything else I'd even consider. So we'll just take that and move on. Modern Age, I think, is the best blue common. This card is very, very, very strong. We're not in blue, though, and I don't really see much of an incentive to, if this is the only thing, to move off of it. Fade into Antiquity, though, is just a fine removal spell. I tend to really like having one of them in my deck. Sometimes I push it to 2, and one time I pushed it to 3, and it was weirdly okay. But yeah, I'll take my first Fade into Antiquity, why not? Okay, this is pretty interesting. So we have another random 4/4, and then a second Season of Renewal, and then Commutable Secrets. Are we going to be able to get there on the artifacts? Because if so, I think that Kami is the best card here. Season of Renewal, I think, is better overall, but we already have one, and I think 1 is exactly how many I like to have. 2 is also playable, and this is the same speech as this, where I like 1, I love 1, I like 2, and I'm not a huge fan of 3. I'm going to take the Kami, and hope, like a College's Terrarium would be great here, because we are looking to play an extra color, we're looking to have cheap artifacts for our Commutable Secrets. A Lethal Exploit, and another Season of Renewal, and a Commutable Secrets are all very awkward to pass on here, but I think that they all get so much better as a result of our Terrarium that I'm okay with passing up on another one for now. Sure, I'll just take random Curve Filler creatures, maybe the Pump Spell. These all seem mediocre and don't really matter much. Same here, none of this quite matters. This is the only playable card in that whole lot, I think. Oh, excellent. We got a Jungle Hollow dual land. I'm going to basically consider this to be a land. And there's our second Season of Renewal, so now I feel good about passing all of those. Like I said, I don't think we're going to run another one. I wonder if this is a deck where we can run Historian's Wisdom. So, if it's the greatest power on the battlefield, draw a card. I really like to pick up some more Virus Beetles. Maybe some random Sagas and stuff, too, to really kind of make this deck pop. Maybe one more Aura, so that we can run our Shrine Steward. And I guess we can just take it out of this pack, too. Yeah, the only cards we're really considering are the Arrest to get our second Aura for our Shrine Stewards, or this Network Terminal, which is great for fixing mana and gets even better if we have artifacts, which we intend to do. But I think I'll just take this. Network Terminals tend to wheel around anyways, and I don't really love to play them. What does this do again? Gain 2, top 3, one of them's hatching. Okay, when it dies, you get a creature without paying its cost. Yeah, this card's terrible. I'm going to ignore that. The pick here, I guess, is between the Long Reach of Night, which is just a really grindy, really brutal saga that works best when your opponent has resources on both the battlefield and the hand, versus the Coiling Stalker, a decent aggressive 2-drop, and I like the grind up plan better, so I'm just going to take that. Okay. Now, there's some cool cards in this pack, but none are cooler, I think, than our Twisted Embrace, which is going to be a great pickup for our deck, given that we have 2 Geothermal Commies, and 2 Season of Renewals, and a Shrine Steward. All of these things are pointing us in the direction of having a great shell for Twisted Embrace. We can tutor it up and then recur it, and it's just going to be gross. So, very happy to pick that up. Wouldn't mind another one. Okay. So the dual land is also in blue, not quite in our colors. There's a few interesting black cards here. This rare I don't think is particularly good because the Crew 2 is a little bit expensive. This card, I think, this giant equipment is unplayable. This thing I've never actually played before, but it looks fine. Greater Tanuki can help us fix our mana. Okiba Reckoner Raid is a decent early card that also is an enchantment which will all of our stuff, and I think for that reason I'm going to pick it, even though it really is at its best in an aggressive deck, which this one is not. Okay, so now we have a pick between Lethal Exploit, this cheap removal spell that isn't especially good, or our second Shrine Steward. And Shrine Steward again is solid in our deck here. The first one is, but I'm not sure if the second one is. So for that reason, I think I'm going to skip on it one more time and just take more early interaction because we are pretty low on our stuff to do on turn 2. Following a similar vein, but not quite the same, I guess I can just take another removal spell. I mean, we're actually fine on removal. I don't know if we really need that. I don't really see anything else I want to play, though. All these cards seem pretty mediocre. Maybe I take this because we have the Commies of Terrible Secrets. Actually, yeah, I think that is better. Because the fight spell really only works if we have a lot of those like 1/1s with Death Touch. A lot of our creatures are just so small. We don't even have that many creatures. We have so many grindy removal spells and stuff. I just don't feel like we're going to have that many targets for it. That being said, Gloomshrieker, get in here. I don't even need to explain this one. What do we got now? Calling Torment. Fine enchantment here, which can kill like a one-toughness creature and then let us recur it. Harmonious Emergence, also fine. Grafted Growth is pretty reasonable here too, I think. I think I'm going to take this. Although I think it was close. Network Terminal, maybe. Fix our colors. Alright, 2-drop. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't think I want the third Season of Renewal. This card, though, is fine. Let us ramp from 2 to 4. We got lots of 4s. Sure. And then that thing, okay. So, what are our cuts? I do think we're going to be splashing white for the Touch of Spirit Realm and the 2 Intercessor's Arrests, because we do have the Shrine Steward, which I am now regretting passing another copy of. These cards don't look like they matter. Sure, okay. So let's see, these are basically the lands. So we're at 25, we need to cut, 26, then we need to cut 3 more to get down to 23. And we also probably want to play the Sunblade Samurai. It's not bad at all. Just being a large enchantment creature is nice with our Season of Renewals, especially since we can channel it and recur it. It fixes for our splash color, which means we can actually run less planes as a result of having this in our deck, which is pretty nice. see, I think we're going to go to 3. We can maybe even get away with 2, given that we have our Ecologist Terrarium. Actually, yeah, I am going to do that. Okay, so we're going to go 2 planes. You know what? Let's bring for nice ones. Who are we going to go with? Sure. Okay. So what else are we going to cut, though? Lethal Exploit doesn't look especially good in our deck, which feels a little bit bad because, of course, I did pick it over, I think, the Shrine Steward or something that I'd actually be fine with having another copy of at this point. But let's see here. So our lanes, we go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's do one more land. Okay. So we gotta cut 4 cards here, man. Okay. Let's cut this thing. I think, how many artifacts do we have? Do we have enough to make these commies playable? I think that this is the bare minimum where we're at right now. Actually, I mean, this card is just a fine artifact. It's better than this. Maybe. I think this might be better. I'm not sure. Clawing Torment doesn't seem great. Seems like an easy cut, given that we already have a Life Destroyer in order to punish the 1-toughness creatures. Maybe we're a little bit heavy on 4-drops here. We could just cut the Kami of Terrible Secrets entirely and not even worry about artifacts. That seems reasonable. Could cut this bad 2-drop, but then we're kind of low on 2-drops. Maybe the second Season of Renewal we don't really need, given that we have so much grindy card advantage anyways. Okay, but I'm going to cut one of these and see what happens. The Reckoner Raid is also cuttable. I think I like the deck like this, though. Yeah, we could get the Kunai in here instead, maybe. But we don't have very many creatures to actually use it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it like this. Let's see. Yep, I'm running it like this. 16 lands. Because we have 2 different cards that can search lands. Yep, seems fine to me. Alright, let's get in here for round 1. Hand looks fine. We have this disgusting card here. And some decent things to follow it up on the curve. I think I'm going to run it out even with no targets, because I don't think we're going to get any targets anytime soon, and I want to get the 2-mana 2/3 up and running. Yep, here we go. Yep. Just run out our planes. Pass it back. And so if they play any creatures, I'm just going to slam Long Reach of Night. I think... Oh. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Let's give them a hard choice here. Now, they could sack their creature and then just not play a creature next turn. And that way we wouldn't get that much value out of the Long Reach of Night. But then they have to sack their Sweet Rare here for no value. Which they certainly don't want to do. So I think, even though I think the Long Reach of Night gets better when the opponent has more creatures. Yeah. Ooh, Mirror Match, interesting. But yeah, I think we're going to get some pretty good value out of this. If you get in, you got it. Now, usually you don't play Hitotsuko unless you're also splashing red, because its black ability, although perfectly fine, doesn't have that much oomph to it. It's really the 2 and a red tap to burn your opponent, or burn your opponent's creatures, that really kind of makes it shine. And Long Reach of Night keeps eating away their creatures, which is pretty sweet. Very interesting. Let's throw down a land here. I think we're just going to run out our 4/4. It's kind of cut off at the bottom there. Let me full screen this. There we go. Yeah, I think we just run out our 4/4. There's no argument to... Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go, because this thing only taps for instant sorcery spells, so... There's no point in trying to get fancy with something else. Okay, so... What do we got here? Okay, Harmonious Emergence is quite annoying, because we cannot block that profitably, and we can't really attack it. Does this stop it from tapping for mana? Can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. Activate it can't... Okay, so yeah. If I throw this on the thing, it can still tap for mana. That's interesting. And I don't really feel like I need to arrest the Hitotsuko, because it's... I'm not scared of its abilities for as long as they don't have red mana. And we have more removal coming later to clean up the mess. So we're on 6 mana here, so Gloomtrigger doesn't actually do anything. We will, I think, just arrest the 4/5. That's what we do, yep. And then we'll get in with our 4/4 and see if they decide to trade. They do. Okay. In that case, maybe I will just Gloomshrieker it back. Because, I mean, this Virus Beetle is losing value if they run out of cards, but I think they're not going to run out of cards next turn. So let me just Gloomshrieker back. I really would like to just nab their last card. That's really where you want to be. Prancer, sure. This card's pretty sweet. It doesn't block either of Menace creatures though, which is nice. Okay, so where are we at? We're at 4, 5, 6 mana. So I kinda like, first of all, getting in with our Menace creatures here. Maybe we should have... maybe if we plan on Virus Beetle, we should have done that first to get an extra point of damage on our... Yeah. Because I think I do want to run this out soon. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Beseiju, get this rolling, get our last forests, and then, yeah, use the rest of our mana for this random Virus Beetle, just to guarantee value out of our Virus Beetle, also so that we can get another land, so that next turn we can double spell with this Shrine Steward plus the thing it tutors, which I think will be very strong. And that turn we couldn't necessarily do that, but next turn we will be able to do that, which is going to be very strong. Let's see though. Okay, so yeah, they're just ramping, it looks like. If they don't have any follow-ups, I think we are going to get him here with our setup Shrine Steward into Aura. They're attacking, which is very suspicious. This makes me think, I mean, do they have a white board wipe? They are playing that one white card. Are they really desperate enough to board wipe, though? Maybe they attack just because they can't block our Menace guys anyways, and they didn't really feel like it was worth it. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by that play. but I think I'm just going to play into the board wipe and just hope they don't have it. So I'll search up, yeah, the arrest the thing, get in with the crew. Yeah, because I do have stuff to do if it turns out that they did get me and they have the board wipe. Oh, okay. Yeah, glad I played to the board then. Really would like to draw like a geothermal kami or something. Yep. Imperial Oath. So strong. Really wish we got one. I don't think we saw one in the whole draft. Alright, here we go. Cool. I think we just start slamming our creatures into those 2/2s. Because we're just totally fine with trading off any of our stuff because we can just get it back. And we need to punch him eventually. So, sure. Yep, and yep, and yep. Yep, works for me. Very nice. So our Saga dies. Oh no. Yeah, our Saga dies, and our Shrine Steward dies. We can get back one of them. Their Gloom Shrieker. And I think we just get back the Shrine Steward. Yep. And then tutor up another removal spell. And now our opponent is really under the gun. And they gotta get something good here. Notably, we can't actually cast this quite yet, but we got so many swamps in our deck that our chances of being able to to play it when we draw it are reasonably high. Giving the lifelink to the guy who can't attack. Are you gonna kill the Aura too? Okay. Oh. Does this get you back? Yeah. Okay. Are you just doing that to gain life? I guess so. Huh, well, that was a cool play. Yeah, this makes it so that when it dies, it comes right back, and then this sacks it, and gains a little bit of life. And so they gained the life, they came back, they sacked it. Pretty cool. Not the best draw in the world. That thing right there. Let's see here. So, are they forced to chump block? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In addition to our 8/8. So yeah, they're gonna have to chump block the 8/8 with the 2/2. We can't kill the 2/2 because this only taps for instant and sorceries. That we can't just twist it and brace it away. Oh. All right. I guess we didn't really have to think there. GG's. I feel like that's like a strat in Magic Arena, is like you could kind of slow roll stuff a little bit, and then people get frustrated and just quit. Even with these games that, you know, there's gems or whatever on the line, people tend to do that. Although I just play slow because I like to play slow. Why rush? We're enjoying ourselves. The hand is fine. Pretty happy with it. Can't turn 1 Reckoner Raid. Very sad. But yeah, everything else looks great. Terrarium. Okay, so they're probably gonna get either island or forest here. Oh, I was very wrong. Okay. Let's just throw a beetle out there, see what happens. Mardu. I haven't really played against very many decks with Mardu colors. I mean, there is that one Mardu rare. That's like, I guess, a reason to play Mardu. I don't think it's a great reason to play Mardu. Okay, so they are an Enchantress deck. Or at least they think they're an Enchantress deck. Okay. Sweet. Alright. Now we get to Life of Shiro away a creature, which always feels great. -1 to you, bye-bye. Thank you, opponent. Alright. Yeah, see, this thing is nuts. Even there, if it did literally nothing else for me, it was 2 mana, kill with 2 drop, and then eventually becomes a 2/3, which is just amazing. I could, let's see, the options are pump the thing or gain 2 life. What am I going to be doing this turn? I'm going to play the plains. Will I go for the removal on the 3/4? I think I'll just Fade into Antiquity it, because then I get the double spell with the Fade into Antiquity and the Reckoner Raid. So I guess I'll pump my Virus Beetle, because I guess we're kind of on the aggro here now. Okay, so that's an artifact. Yep, and now it's gone. Slam the raid. Start getting that going. Hit him with the beetle and pass it back. Feeling pretty good about this game so far. Our Life of Shiro is going to flip. Our raid is going to keep pinging. We currently don't have anything to get back with the Gloom Shrieker, but that's okay. Ooh, what does this do again? So it turns into a 3/3 with haste. This will land, and then if it dies, it doesn't. Okay. Sure. Not something we need to kill, and nothing to get back with the Gloom Shrieker. It's a little bit awkward. Maybe if we're lucky, I guess this kind of Stone Rains them if we exile the swamp that it's on. But I just don't think that we need to do that. I kind of like just passing and saving our removal spells for something that actually kind of matters more. I feel like we're probably going to win the long game, so I just don't really feel all that pressure to try to, get in with their random Virus Beetles and whatever. Okay, I mean, I could just try to go for the Lethal Exploit here. See what happens. Okay. And block. That's only as a sorcery, right? Yeah. They can sack that to pump things only as a sorcery. The fact that they didn't pre-combat means they probably have something to play post-combat. And yeah, even if they have a pump spell, they might just let it go. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Here we go. Okay. Interesting. We still have nothing to Gloom Shrieker back. Our Kami can pick up, I guess, the Reckoner Raid, but it's not especially enticing. I could just touch the thing and start kind of cranking in for some damage. So all those things sound like pretty reasonable plays here. I think I'm going to go with the Kami line. Yeah, and then just kind of pick up our Draining Enchantment. And stay on defense. Keep kind of poking him. See what happens. Save our removal. Maybe if I had some black mana for Twisted Embrace, I'd feel good about killing that, because then we might be able to get them to kill the creature it's under and then Gloom Shrieker back. Maybe there's an argument for running out the Touch of the Spirit Realm instead of the Kami, because you want to save the Kami to pick up the Twisted Embrace. Yeah, we're kind of getting a little bit punished for that. I think we still go for it here. So I could try to put it on the beetle, but then they could just shock it. So I think I'm going to put it on the memory. This way, if they want to kill it with the shock, they have to sack the creature we're going to kill anyways. Oh, brutal. Okay. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But it happens, and we can Gloom Shrieker that back now, so that's nice. Going for the attack. I could go for the double block here, which I'm kind of tempted to do, because because this can get back the Kami, right, and then bounce it, and yeah. If they blow me out, then they blow me out. Okay. Yeah, you got it. And that thing to draw a card. Okay. Cool, cool. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to Gloom Shrieker. Get back the Geothermal Kami. Because then the next turn, I can Geothermal Kami back the Gloom Shrieker. And then use that to get another thing and start kind of just chaining this stuff. And go for the long game here. We are still at 20 life, so I feel like I can kind of get away with a little bit of nonsense here. Yep. Okay, let's get in first. Get a little bit of extra value. Yeah, and now we can Geothermal Kami. Pick up our Gloom Shrieker. And then next turn we can run that back out to go get another, like, Twisted Embrace or something. And this is really the power of Gloom Shrieker and why I really like this card so much. Okay. Cool. Let's get in first. Yep. So we have 6 mana, so we can't Gloom Shrieker and get the kill spell. And I kind of like just running out the Terrarium to fetch us up another land, and then casting our 5-drop, just putting maximum pressure on them, so that way we can have our removal spell up next turn. Sure, let's go for another Swamp, I guess. Run that out. Nice. And opponent scoops it up. Alright. Pretty good showing for the Gloom Shrieker there. Nice, nice, nice. Still haven't drawn our Mythic yet. I don't think we need it though. Have we drawn our Season of Renewals yet either? Actually, wait. I can't remember if I... Yeah, I think I cut the second one. And I'm just running the one. Honestly, it does feel a bit weird to not play them, given how highly I prioritize them usually, but we got 2 Gloom Shriekers, so I think there's a very real chance that, yeah, like, we could end up in a situation where, because the Gloom Shrieker, you can't get it back with the Season of Renewal, since when it dies it exiles. They're both kind of preying on the same resource here, and it could just be that I don't have enough things to get back with them. Anyways, yeah, Beetle on 2, don't mind if I do. Opponent's also in green-black. They pitched this bad 2-drop, makes sense. They Beetle us. Okay. You know, I could just pitch Twisted Embrace and then Gloom Shrieker right back. I don't really think I'm doing anything else on 3. It's a little bit of a waste of a Gloom Shrieker, right? But yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, sweet, we drew the Kami anyway, so now running out the Gloom Shrieker is a lot better. Yep. And I should have done this first, but yeah, might as well get in. Cool. Blue. Sure. I'll just get in, pass it back. I probably will not try to get back the Season of Renewal or something. I could lethal exploit that. Yeah, I think I will. So that we can keep getting in with our Gloom Shrieker here. A little awkward. Yep. Pass. You can channel this to get a Mana Dork. Although it, of course, itself is not tapping for mana quite yet. Another companion, okay. Yeah, you got it. So let's get our mana dork. And I'm kind of hoping that I actually get a black source for this Twisted Embrace. That way we can pick that up with the Kami. But absent that, I'm okay with drawing this Sage Reaches Skyward. Yeah, let's get a couple more lands. We're not under a ton of pressure. Yep, run it out. I will not attack because I would rather my Gloomshrieker be on the battlefield than trade off with their creatures. Interestingly, they're not attacking with their ground creatures. I'm not exactly sure what to think about. Ooh, that's scary. Okay. So yeah, now they're just gonna play one enchantment and we're in a lot of trouble. Low on black mana. Can't Twisted Embrace him yet. Whew, okay. What can we do here? Well, we're definitely playing a land. I can run out the Kami, pick up the Gloomshrieker. Doesn't really do much, but it does something. I can Season of Renewal, get back Virus Beetle and Cultivation. That doesn't really do a whole lot either. I think the Kami play sounds less bad. Well, I could get back to the Seiju thing, huh? But nah, just get back this while I still can. Yeah, now they're probably gonna get a free Toad here, which is gonna suck. Yeah, no blocks. Ninjutsu. Okay. This is a ninja for some reason, huh? Yeah. They did not cast an enchantment, which makes me think that they just don't have any in their hand right now. Ooh, nice, we got the swamp a little bit late, but still good. I feel like I want to throw it on the big creature because they're gonna want to kill this thing, and I would rather this be in the graveyard so that we can Gloomshrieker it back or Season of Renewal it back. So I kind of like just putting this on the big boy, killing their Toad Rider, get that value in. Do I get in with the Kami? I think I do, because I would not mind Season of Renewing it back. Yeah. Sweet, okay. Because yeah, now we can Season of Renewal back the Kami to pick up the Twisted Embrace, or we can just do that. Yep. Yep. Yeah, our opponent's going aggro, and we just barely dipped below 20, so I'm feeling pretty good about this game here. We'll pick up the Kami. We'll pick up... guess the Embrace. Yep. Cool. Play a land. Embrace. Kill your thing. Play. This is so gross. Yeah, play the Kami. Get back to Twisted Embrace. And we're back up to 20. Man. Brutal. Brutal. Okay. Let me get back. Get back to the Seiju reaches, but I think we're out of forests. I guess we can get in first. We can kill the thing first. We do. Yeah, I think we just want to save this for... yeah, I think we're going to do is kind of a similar play as last time, where we're just going to run out this Twisted Embrace, even though it's not very good. I guess just kill the flyer or something. Just because we want to make the Geothermal Kami a high priority target here. So that we can try to Gloomshrieker it back and start looping them again. Oh. Cool. Yeah, that works. You got it. Here we go. Gloom Shrieker. Get back the Kami. And then the Kami lets us get back our Gloom Shrieker, which then we can use to get, like, the Twisted Embrace again. Yep. We might as well get in first. Nice, okay. I could run out our Mythic, but I'm having too much fun. Yeah, let's definitely pick up Gloom Shrieker. I think we will just play out the Mythic right now to be maximally mana efficient. And yeah, this is just absolutely savage. I will trade that off, I think, right? Because this gets me a bigger creature since I have a lot of lands. Oh, okay. I guess now I don't get the bigger creature. It's okay, it'll come back to me. Okay. Gloom Shrieker. This time, I think I'll just get back my sweet Mythic. Run it out. And opponent has seen enough. Alright. Yeah, if anyone was wondering, the reason why we didn't get our token there was because the Tamiyo's completion, in addition to tapping our Mythic guy, also shuts off his abilities, including, I guess, his death trigger, which means we didn't get our big token when he died. Kind of a cool interaction, a good play by our opponent, but yeah, it did not end up mattering. Although, maybe the better play by our opponent would have just been to tap it down pre-combat, so that way they could get in for some extra damage, given that I do not think they were going to be winning the late game. But, interesting stuff. I mean, a lot of what we had going on, they were already well aware of anyways, so they could see the writing on the wall there. Okay, we're on the draw. This hand does not meet my criteria of having at least one thing we can cast, but we are on the draw. Opponent kept a full clutch of 7, which means we are reasonably likely to have a target for this. What would it take for this hand to be good? We just need to go land. I think this is a keep. It's breaking my rule a little bit. Oh, nice. But yeah, I think that it's slow, defensive, has enough removal, we're on the draw. All those reasons mean that I think it's a lot closer than it normally is when you make that kind of decision. And I'm very glad I kept that hand. So wow, look, we're just drawing all the lands that we needed. Opponent's got the bike. Yep. And I'm okay with fading anything here. Oh, sure, yeah. Do I fade the bike or the puzzle maker? It's pretty close. I think I'm leaning towards the puzzle makers, or actually wait, no, our opponent is on blue-black. So yeah, actually the puzzle the bike's pretty good in ninjas, so I think I just want to get rid of that. Because being able to get it back means they can reuse the tap, and the flash nonsense is annoying, and for all those reasons I think I'm a little bit scared of the bike, although our opponent doesn't look like they're ninjing that hard. Which is interesting. Okay, let's just get in for sure so we can't do anything else anyways. We'll Kami, and I think we're definitely going to pick up the thing here, because not only does it gain us life on the front side here with the Kami's ability, but it'll also gain us a bunch of life with the other ability. So yeah, I'm happy with bringing it back. And because we're getting beaten down by flyers, so our life total does matter. And they're going to ninja back something. Ooh, yikes. Okay. So they get to make a token, I guess, of a copy of Koi, which is very, very strong. So good for them. And we do a lot of nothing. Huh. Yeah. We're screwed out of black mana again. I mean, do we just need to run more swamps in this deck? What is going on? Let's just run this back out. We have one more land, preferably a swamp, and it kind of just unlocks so many things for us. But until then, we're just gonna keep getting slapped by all the flying fish here. What the hell is that? Whenever you activate a ninjutsu, top 3 when it's the hand. Okay. Yep. Did our opponent just not loot when they could have looted? What was that? Okay. I guess we have an opportunity to fire off a kill spell here. We could also slam our mythic, but our opponent's tapped out. Yeah, I think we just have to do this while we have the opportunity. Get rid of that. And stay on defense because they do have the 2/4 on the ground. They still got 4 power in the air here, which means that we're on a 3-turn clock, assuming that nothing else really happens. So, what are we even looking for at this point? Ooh, that's annoying. Okay. I think we're just dead then. Yeah. Nope, that's it. GG's. Yeah, the hand was just a little bit too slow. Which I thought for a while we were going to get away with, but then, yeah, that rare kind of slammed the door on us. Normally I feel like that thing can be a little bit awkward because usually you want to have this like very low curve, and so the 4 mana to go and get an extra 1 drop can be a little bit awkward, and also the fact that your best creature that you were able to actually get in with is usually the thing that you're going to Jutsu away, and it's going to clone something after, means you're going to clone your second best creature. All those things make it a little bit awkward, but it worked out there. Alright, terrarium. Yep. Do I get... I guess I just gotta get planes. I feel like I'm just instinctively pressured now to go get black, but there's a black anyways, nice. Yeah, let's run out the planes they know about. Do I crack the terrarium? I think I do. Ooh, that's actually really interesting. Because this is gonna go get me... I think I don't. No. Yeah, I think I don't. And I loop back the Kami, pick up the captain. Oh, would have gotten punished anyways. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Swamp. Could just... Can't attack, block, or crew. It's activated ability, so this is an activated ability, right? Whatever, I think... Because this is actually something I want to save, because we can blink the enchantment that we tutor up with this. So I think that the reconfigure is an activated ability, which means that this arrest actually works on the board. So I'm going to go for that, and then Shrine Steward, and then get the Twisted Embrace, and then try to Kami loop it. I think that's the line I'm going for here. Synthesizer gets land, very nice. And that thing, okay. Yep, let's put the plane in motion. Shrine Steward, tutor up, Twisted Embrace. And if all goes well here, kinda eke out some sweet card advantage. And it looks like it is going well, probably. They're gonna get that 2/2, which they can use to crew the thing and sack the guy they don't need anymore. Oh, Anvil, that is scary. Anvil is very, very good. Yep. Yep. Yikes. Okay. Let's run that out. I might as well still Twisted Embrace. Kill the thing. Put a counter on it. Because, I mean, the only reason I'd want to save this, I guess, would be for the Kami of Terrible Secrets. But I don't have an enchantment. But, okay, so this thing is also an artifact. So if it survives, I'll still have an artifact for the Kami of Terrible Secrets. If it doesn't survive, then the Twisted Embrace is going to go to the graveyard, and I won't have my enchantment anymore. In which case, the Kami of Terrible Secrets still doesn't work, even if I have my terrarium on the battlefield. So for those reasons, I'm just going to sack it to get a little bit extra damage in. Since I don't think that the upside of waiting is realistic at all at this point. Our opponent either has something and is about to wreck us with the synergy, or they're confused about the crew cost. It looks like the former. Yep, they can crew with the automaton, and yeah, we're in a world of hurt right now. So now they can attack, they can even sack the 1/1, which then the anvil will give them a new one, and yeah, this is very fortunate. Interesting question as to what exactly I'm going to be planning on killing with the Twisted Embrace, given that all their things are vehicles. I mean, obviously I would go for the automaton here, and yeah, I can't double spell this turn, so I guess I have no choice. I think I gotta stop attacking with a Shrine Steward too. Yeah. I mean, there's an argument for maybe trying to, you know, trade hits here, given that I'm gaining a little bit of life. Yeah, let's pick that up. No attacks. Yeah, because they're gaining like 2 off this anvil, and they just have better reach than me at this point. We are flooding a bit, which is also concerning. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I definitely feel like that 1/1 is going to be crewing up the Brute Suit. Ooh, okay. The card is good. Yep, crew there, and then crew on the 1/1. And then they're probably going to sack the 1/1 to the Ripper. Yeah. Alright, so I'm feeling like am I desperate enough to trade off both of my creatures, meaning I can't Twisted Embrace next turn unless I top deck a creature? I feel like the answer is probably yes. Because, like, let's say I only block the Kami on the 4. Then we're taking 11. Yeah, I think I just have to trade off both of my creatures. And then hope to top deck a small creature so that I can just embrace and kill a relevant thing? So this thing is bored. Yeah, okay. None of it mattered. Yeah, good game. Nice. Sweet deck opponent. I really, really like the anvil. I have not had enough opportunities to play it yet. Alright, come on. Let's push some more wins. This deck is good. I feel like this deck is good. I don't know if it's quite a 7-win good, but it's pretty good. And I feel like if we didn't break even with it, that would be a disappointment. Because it's just got everything going for it that I really like in this format. The only thing it doesn't have is some nice early 2-drop defense. Which this hand actually looks like it does have, so easy keep. I think we fire off the turn 1 commune here. I have a decent idea of what I want to get. Yeah, I'll take the plains. So now we have all of our colors. 1 drop? Yes. Oh, feels good. I could even hold it back for a turn and just get my ramp on right away. I think I'm actually going to do that. Just, this is a little bit greedy. But I mean, who knows, maybe they play like a 2-1 or something. Maybe really get to get them. Okay, we don't. Boo. Oh, I should have waited till after they scryed. So they have minimal information. Both to the top, okay. I can still keep getting greedy. And get rid of the era. Nah, I'll just fire this off. I can save the fade for something else. I mean, red-white does not have a lot of things to fade. But probably has more fade targets than Toshiro targets. Okay, Mardu again. Interesting. Okay. Do I think I just want to gain life. Yeah, we'll play a land. Do I fade the 2-drop? I don't think so. We'll just pass. Maybe I'll try artifact or creature. Okay. Yeah, the reason I didn't want to fade the Hand of Enlightenment just yet is because I might have a 2-3, but now that I think of it, this Imperial Subduer is making it so that my 2-3 isn't going to be that relevant anyways. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I could just touch the Subduer. Feels a little bit bad, but they probably got a bunch of small creatures anyways. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna touch it. Boop. And now it kind of turns off their attacks here. And now I can try to go for this long, grindy. Yeah, so now I can double block here. And if they combat trick me or whatever, I'm very happy about that, because then I can actually have a target from Bloom Shrieker. Yep, you got it. Oh, nice, even better. Boom. Phone is reading it. Let's see. They could have any number of different white removal spells to take care of that. Like just a random, arrest or whatever will be annoying. But we do have the fade. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got it. This might be one of the rare circumstances where I actually search up the lands, because then, that makes my Gloomtrigger engine better. But I think I just like to make a big 6/6. Like, that can't be wrong. Okay. Well, now that I have the arrest in my hand, I feel better about just running out this fade on a random 2-drop. And because I can Gloomtrigger back the big dragon, and we're just in business. Yep. And that give me the big dragon. Alright, and now we're really turning the corner on him, and I feel very good about this game. Yep, and the opponent agrees with the state of the board, and we got there. Alright. Can we get one more good win out of this? Then I'll feel like it at least got what it deserved. These games with this deck can be very, very grindy. With all the Gloomtrigger, Kami nonsense. I think, yeah, our weakness are those, like, red-black aggro decks that we went up against in that other round. Sure. Again, this hand is very soft to an aggressive start from the opponent, but it's got cards and can grind like hell, so works for me. Yep. Okay. Sweet. Yep. I don't mind just staring at each other back and forth. Yeah, you go for it. Let's pick up those forests. Boom, boom. Got a Cap Attack Wrecker or something? Okay. That's annoying. Not the end of the world. Okay. I'll just slam our big Death Toucher. If they want to trade those off, and that's happy with me. If they go for removal spell on it, also fine with me. Yeah, it's hard to see how this goes wrong exactly against green-black specifically. Okay. Looks like we stabilized. But next turn now. So I do want to slam the arrest on their big vanilla 5/5. Oh. Interesting. I do prefer to have this in the graveyard than on the battlefield, so I think I'm just okay with the trade here. Even though we have other ways to handle that thing. Yep. Not a terrible draw here. I think we still have 2 more forests in the deck, so picking up the branch isn't insane. Although, I think it's a little bit slow. Okay. Yeah, I think I just like running out the Kami. We won't pick up anything. And we'll just hold up the Lethal Exploit. And if they try to, like, kill the branch, get in with the flyer, we can punish that. If they try to, like, run out the artifacts so they can leave the Death Toucher on defense, we can punish that. Yep. And here we go. Surprise. And opponent scoops it up. Alright. Looking good. Yep. Go. Alright. Next round. Let's do it. Oh man, I love this deck. I'm gonna miss playing this deck. If I could just play... If I had to play one more deck for the whole rest of the format, it'd be this one. Oh, it's so sweet. Just having double geothermal Kami with a double Gloom Shearer, and having all kinds of crazy auras loop around, Shrine Steward, everything just came together very nicely. Maybe we could have done a little bit better in the draft, picking up some extra Bamboo Grove Archers, but I don't even know if we had the great of an opportunity to, because it's not like we just picked up nothing instead of the Archers. I mean, we picked up relevant stuff. Alright, here we go. What we got? Hand looks great. Anytime I can play Toshiro on 2, I'm happy about it. We got 2 different colors. We do have this very awkward double dead draw here with the arrests and no planes, but we got stuff to do while we wait for that. Okay. I think I'm going to just run out the raid on 1. And I'm probably going to do the same thing again. If they don't play a 1 toughness creature, then I'm happy to just... Oh, that's interesting. So it gives me a rat, and then gives me a rat, and then steals all the rats. Okay. In that case, what do we do? I mean, I could Life of Toshiro and start killing my own rats. I think I'll just Careful Cultivation channel, because I think I have another turn to do that. This needs to sack the rats. Oh, okay. We'll just get that anyways. Sure. Now, if we happen to get a plane for this arrest here, that would be really sweet, because then we just get to keep our rats. I mean, no, we don't get to keep the rats, but they don't get to sack stuff. Doesn't look like it's happening, though, so... Let's start with an all-out attack. I'm okay to lose our mana door here. Okay. This out. Start killing stuff. Yeah, so now they get the rats, right? Yeah. Definitely annoying. Oh, wait, this has haste? I did not notice that. This card's great. Or at least it's great right now. I've seen it be bad before, too. Yep. And a kill spell, okay, sure. Yeah, we're definitely on the back foot on this one here. The Life of Toshiro is helping. It's certainly not solving our problems. Yeah, kind of getting punished in our mana here. It's definitely a relevant thing. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind drawing planes, Sunblade Sentinel, Terrarium, any of those things to go get our arrest online. Also, of course, just Twisted Embrace. I'll think, ooh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, not feeling great about this game so far. So yeah, flip that around. We just gotta play Land of Pass. Kind of getting punished for our very, very low planes count here. I imagine pump the... Oh, okay. I guess this means they have a shock. Yep, there it is. Oh, okay, that's scary too. Oh, and we drew the Twisted Embrace a little bit too late. Yeah, no, I think that about does it. Now we're taking 7 here. Even if we draw a creature, are we really in any condition to... Oh, I guess we're not taking 7. Opponent's deck is sweet. Yep, you got it. Not really gonna sack anything, right? Yeah, okay. A creature? Okay. I mean, that's something. Oh no, opponent has interaction. Yeah, we're super dead if they just removal spell this in response. Okay. We're temporarily alive, that's nice. I guess we killed a 4/4 just to save the most amount of life points for this next turn. Now, if they attack with the memory, I do feel like I'm willing to trade off here. Definitely enables like a Gloom Trigger back to Twisted Embrace. Oh, and I guess we're just dead. I think, yeah, that's, I guess, maybe our only play. Yeah, no, we're just dead. Alright, GG's. Well, that was a slightly disappointing end to our draft here. We went up against a couple really, really good red-black decks that closed the door on our chance of 7 win. But we did manage to have a decent run here with 5 wins, and I'll take it. Yeah, this deck, what it really needed was some of those early green plays, some, not just Coiling Stalker, but something like the Bamboo Grove Archer or the Thing of Shigeki, especially the Thing, I think, because actually, no, either of them are great because we can pick them up with Kamis and we can return them with the Shriekers, and there's just, yeah, that would have really kind of solidified this deck. But a decent run anyways, and that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.